than a 10 to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Though dice and woes of life, love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise, crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors a pit, clip, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving the grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today we're coming to you from one of my favorite places, and that is Rococo on Western, just located at, 42nd and Western, I believe that's what that is, 42nd and Western, right across from Sapangos, right next to Sushi Miko. Can't miss it. It is fantastic. I had the fancy mac and cheese today with the zuppo, whatever, kind of a fish soup. That was fantastic, and of course along with my water, since I am drinking tons and tons of water. Just sitting here on the patio today, just enjoying this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. It's just magnificent out here today. I'm just enjoying it. Of course, I'm here on the patio, and it's kind of blocked off a little bit, so there's not a lot of wind, and I'm just really enjoying myself today. Got a nice full stomach, about to do a good show today, and then I've got to go, of course, train my kids today. So, but anyway, there's been a lot of news and stuff, and a lot of things, to do, and we're going to start out with the NBA, of course, since that's what is really on everybody's mind now since the Super Bowl is over with, and the Chiefs. And Chiefs beat the 49ers, as everybody know. And, of course, I'll be at the barbershop tomorrow. And I didn't go last week because I didn't want to beat the boys up too bad, but I am going tomorrow to beat up Keith and Chris, since they both are 49er fans. So I'm gonna have a good time with them. I'm gonna really have a good time. But I figured last week was a little too may have been a little too sensitive for the boys, so I gave them a week off. But I'm gonna blast them tomorrow. I'm gonna have a good time. Of course, Chris will probably find a reason not to go. But anyway, just remember tomorrow, Gordon Hayward makes expected to make his debut against the Clippers tomorrow, which is a huge game for the Thunder to start this. Remember, we do all of our games are in 10-game spreads. So this is game number 5 of the 10-game thing that we're doing, and the Thunder are 2-2 through their first 4. And of course, the Clippers spanked us the last time we played them. We beat them here. They beat us there. Now we're back here again. So then we'll have one more meeting there in LA, I do believe. So anyway, so we're going to see what's going to happen. I think it's going to be huge for us to have him. I don't know how much chemistry there'll be, simply because this will be his first game back or playing for us. I believe that when we play them again later on in the year, he'll be a much more better fit for the Thunder and what's going to happen. And so, my thing with that is that how would I feel about that? I love this pick, and when we did it last week during the trade period, I love this pick. Everybody thinks that he's going to take Josh's place. I'm not a fan of that. I don't really think that's going to happen, but we shall see. And then what will Oklahoma City's record be during the final 28 games? And of course, we have the 7th easiest schedule left on the board. So, with the first part, I think what Oklahoma City is missing is 2 things. We're missing another shooter, somebody who can consistently shoot, and then we're missing somebody who can another scorer, because right now we're losing possessions. And like I said, my issue with Dagnall is twofold. One, J-Dub is not your best player. He should never play more minutes than SGA. You're going down a Follies deal. You've already done this once with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. You screwed up once, and then you're making the same mistake you made before. I don't really get it. I don't. But anyway, so that's what you're doing again by doing this. And they think that they really believe that J-Dub is going to be as good as SGA. They're high. He doesn't. The difference between them is one has ball skills, ball handling skills and one doesn't. One is J-Dub is way more athletic than SJ. There's no question. But he doesn't have the ability to play defense. He's not going to get you turnovers. He's not that guy. He is a great 2. He's not a 1. But the Thunder clearly have made this move with Gordon for twofold. One, they made it because they want Gordon Hayward for this year to shoot. And then second of all, they want to take his salary off so they can have the 94, 95 million they're going to need next year to sign J-Dub and Chet. Now, you're going to give Jay Will some money too, but really it's for those two. And to me, I'm okay with that, but I'm like, dude, the guy you have to sign, the one that makes this thing run, is SGA. And this is going to be his second consecutive All-NBA team. This is, I believe, his third year of his contract. So you got him for next year. You're going to have to re-sign him anyway, year after next. You got to re-sign him. Because the Thunder Sam Preston did do a good job when they gave him the $170 million this year. What they didn't do is give him the 5th player option. The team has that option. Okay? And the reason why he did that is they're not going to run into a deal. But this next contract, I can promise you, he's not going to sign it with that last year. It's going to be his option. It's not going to be the team option. And the team did it for one specific reason, is protect themselves. Because, like I tell everybody, I see the writing on the wall. If SGA wins the MVP, the Thunder's plans are whacked. But if he doesn't, then what they want is they want to use him to get more picks and trade him. And the narrative will be, well, he didn't want to play with these young guys. He's 25. He's 2 years older than the second. I mean, they're all young. And my thing is this. You fleeced the Clippers by getting SGA. They did not want to give up SGA. You fleeced them by getting him. Then you hire a coach who believes that, one, that SGA is not, that J-Dub is better. That's high. And two, he's playing more minutes than SGA, which is stupid. Because one, he hasn't been an all-star. He hasn't been even mentioned. The only thing anybody says about J-Dub, which is what we all believe as players, he is a great, when SJ is off the floor, he should play it. It's like the other day. He played almost the whole fourth quarter. Under no circumstances, this guy should play the whole fourth quarter. But Dagnall is they're doing their best to make him as good as he can be while SGA is there to save him. That's what they're doing. And, for us that know the game, you're not fooling us. We know exactly what the hell you're doing. And we talk about it all the time. We just laugh. So, man, the Thunder think they slick, don't they? We just laugh. Yeah, they do. You're not slick. We see what the hell you're doing. Now, for the average fan, they're going to believe whatever you tell them. They're going to believe whatever you tell them because that's their job, is to believe whatever you say. Our job is not to believe whatever you say because we know the game. We understand the ins and outs. We see what's going on. Trey Mann shot more than SGA did in a game. And what did you do? He never really got off the bench again. You never put him on the bench again because he shot more than SGA did. J-Dub shot more, played more minutes, and you love him. And I'm telling you, Thunder, right now, if you do that, if you don't keep SGA and you don't get your coach who understands how to coach and understands the levels of what all-stars are. The knack on Dognan has been this. Can he coach a superstar? Clearly he can't. He is a magnificent builder of talent. Magnificent. He is a great G League coach and was for 5 years for the Thunder before he got the job after Billy Donovan left. And what the Thunder needed was him. The Thunder needed a guy who could build up the SGAs and the talent, the Jets and the stuff that we had coming up because nobody saw J-Dub being this good. Nobody saw that. But he's good because he's SGA's second man. He ain't good because he is the man. He's good because he's the second guy. Because it's a deal. When they start double-teaming him the way they're doing SGA and going after him, he ain't going to be able to do what SGA does on the offensive side. And then secondly, for sure, defensively, he'll give you 2 steals a game. He doesn't have that in him. He is a great 2A, 2B player. Chet is a 2A, 2B player. To me, it's really simple, and I've talked about this ad nauseum. He is Buck Showalter. And for you all that I'm going to say this. You should know who Buck Showalter is. He used to be the coach of the Yankees. Nobody knows that. He was a coach prior to Joe Torre. The Yankees were a burgeoning, coming along team. You hired Joe, and they went 4 out of 5. Why? Because of one simple thing. You got a coach who knew what to do and where to put the players. That's what you need right now. Hey, Shan, what's up, man? And now you need a player, now you need a coach to do the same thing with this. That was my guy Shannon. He's not at Flips today. Well, I guess it's too early for him to be at Flips. But anyway, you need a coach who can say, okay, SGA is the man. You're 2A, you're 2B. You got Casey coming up. You got Josh. That's 3A, 3B, whatever you want to call him. You got that. Then you go out. You get your big man. And the Thunder are looking at the Duke Center, which we need a big dude who's athletic who can do it. And I think he'd be a great fit because he's got some weight on him. He can block shots. He can rebound because the Thunder aren't doing anything being 29th out of 30 teams in rebounding. If you're giving up, you're 29th and giving up out of 30 teams offensive rebounds, and then you're 29th out of 30 getting offensive rebounds, you're not going to go far in the NBA Finals. Now, that being said, let me give you the positive of Daigneault. The positive Daigneault is, one, he can build players up. We're built. Number two, he is a technician at out-of-bounds calls and making out-of-bounds plays, getting you a bucket. He's a technician at doing that, 100%. But like I said, do I want a guy who doesn't understand how to coach all-stars, which is what the athletic and people are saying around the league? Or B, do I want a guy who can build up talent? Well, we're past that. Now we're at this point where we're set and ready to go, but I believe that, like Nathan Taylor of YMB, Nathan feels like that Sam Presti's not going to ever put himself in a position where he didn't have picks again. And I'm okay with that because all we're doing right now is pushing picks back farther down the road. And I'm okay with that because this is the thing. If you're going to pay SGA, you're going to pay J-Dub, you're going to pay Chet. You got to have everybody, you got to keep bringing in these rookies who are, that you're not paying money as it continues to grow. Because remember, in 2 years, and then you got 3 years from now, you got to pay Kaysen. That's your next payday. Because he clearly is going to be a hell of a player. So next you got to pay him. Then you got Keontae coming in, and I think you're going to be able to replace Dort with Keontae Johnson. I think he'll be able to replace him with that. So you got that. Okay? So I'm good with that. But on this other side is we have a nice window. We have SJ is 25. Chad is what, 20? J-Dub is what, 21, 22? Kaysen is 19, 20. So you have a nice 5-year run coming where you can really, 5 to 7 year run, where you can really do something. Kind of like what we did early when Oklahoma City first got here. You had a nice run. You've got the same thing. You've got a guy, SGA is your Kevin Durant. J-Dub and Chet are your SGA or your James Harden and Russell Westbrook. That's Chet and J-Dub. So you got that. You got Josh down there as a person who I think this year was just a complete waste. I don't think you can judge Josh on this year. I think that of all the stuff that he was going through, I just think it just messed him up. That's just what I believe. I think this year is this has to go away. Now he can improve himself in the playoffs when it comes up. He can more than capable of being able to do that, and I think that he should. So that's just my thought process on that. So, but I believe Josh can improve himself when it comes to that. Now, the question is, what do the Thunder do next? Now, you improved your lineup with Biyombo. You improved and you got bigger, so we had to do that. You've got Gordon Hayward, who's more of a scorer than a shooter, simply because Isaiah Joe is a shooter trying to be a scorer, and Aaron Wiggins is a shooter trying to be a scorer. Neither one of them. Look, I want you standing on the damn wing, on the three-point line, catching and shooting. I don't want you trying to go to the basket, but even though they're going to run them off the line, and they know that. But Gordon Hayward can actually run off the line and get baskets. And get you a basket, too. So, sorry, I'm trying to drink water more and more with that kidney stone. I'm extremely cognizant of drinking water. But anyway, so that's kind of how I look at it. That's my overall view of what the Thunder can do. We're set for the next 5 to 7 years. We are really set. And then with the way that we're bringing in a rookie, and all you need is a rookie a year. One rookie per year. That's all you need because you're set now with SGA, Josh, J-Dub, Chet, Kaysen, and I believe that Keontae will take Dort's place at some point. But right now you got Dort, then you got Wiggins, and you got Joe, and I believe they'll find a replacement for Joe at some point. That's just kind of what I believe. And then, of course, you have Jay Will coming off the bench, and I don't think Gordon Hayward's going to stay because he's just too expensive unless he wants to take a lower amount of money. Then you have the rookie that you're going to draft this year. Then you turn around and you draft another one next year, and you can continue to do that. Add one rookie per year. That's all you need to do. But it's the key rookie. We need shooters and we need rebounders. We can defend pretty good, but I need somebody on the wing. The thing that what Minnesota is, what is Minnesota? They're long, they're athletic, they can play defense, and they can shoot the three. That's Minnesota. Now, we match up with them because they have no answer for SGA. Now, they have an answer for everything else, but the thing with J-Dub is when SGA is off the bench in that 2 minutes early in the second quarter, he can, that 4, 5, 6 minutes, he could do that. But the problem with the coach is he wants to play him longer. He wants to play him to 7 minutes. I'm like, dude, put SGA in the game for 7 minutes. Put SGA in the game for 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. That's what you need to do. So he needs to be playing, 48 minutes. That's what he needs to be playing, 48 minutes. Or 42 to 42 minutes is what he needs to be playing. That's what he needs to be playing. Because in the playoffs, you have to have somebody who can close. And the thing that I love about SGA and this team, they understand, even though the coach wants to put it in J-Dub's hands, the players all know, hey, put it in SGA's hands. They don't. If you watch the last game against the Kings, they gave the ball to SGA. As soon as a miss, rebound, boom, SGA. And he just went up the court, he just looked at the guy like, hey, look, I'm going to shoot this. And the coach should be really simple. I'm going to give the ball to SGA. He's going to try to score first. If he can, he will make the right decision to give it to whomever for them to put them in the right place to score, 100%. Instead, you're trying to run plays for J-Dub so J-Dub can get the experience of being able to finish at the basket at the end of games. You're trying to gain experience for the down the road. That's what you're doing. We see what the hell you're doing. The players do too, except that they want to fucking win. Excuse my language. They want to win. They want to win. So, that being said, if you want to go ahead and follow us, you can on YouTube. Go to YouTube, search the Unpopular Hour here. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Sorry, my nose is just going crazy. I know it drives y'all crazy. It drives me crazy too as well. You can search the Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark. Like, subscribe, hit notifications. As well as tomorrow night we'll be doing our show After the Storm, which is our Thunder post-game analysis show. So it's After the Storm, OKC Thunder. Like, subscribe, hit notifications for that. Now, if you want to watch all the stuff, you can go to MC Sports Network, www.mcsportsnetwork, and click on that. And you can watch all of our shows, all of our shows on that, excuse me. All of our shows on that. But right now, go to the Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark. Search the Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark, and then you can ask any question that you might want to have right then and there. So that'd be great. But I want everybody to take this opportunity to come. If you know, right now we are at Rococo, located at 4308 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. You can call for information or to book a table reservation. 405-400-7495. They're open for brunch on Sundays from 11 to 10. Mondays, they're open 11 to 10 also. So I guess Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10. Fridays, 11 to 11. And then, of course, Saturday brunch from 11 to 11. If you haven't been here for brunch, you are missing out. Their brunch is absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, they have a fantastic catering event. In fact, I went to for Christmas party. And, of course, Rococo's caters it every year. And it was just fantastic at the Oklahoma History Center. So give them a call, please, at 405-534-8838. And then also you can go down to their original location. They're on, I think it's 28th and Penn, North Penn. That's the original location if you want to have any events there. But for catering events, please call them 405-534-8838 and talk to them if you need to do that. So I appreciate those guys. And, of course, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, for keeping us up and running. Appreciate those guys and everything they do. They are absolutely amazing. If you need computers, need your new networking, somebody to handle your network, somebody to do website design, they can do all of those things for you. Contact my guy, Russell Willifort, at Collaborative Logic IT Solutions. SRB, if you have needs for engineering, surveying, and planning, hook my guy up. Holler at my guy, Mark Long, over there. They love to be behind the scenes, to do whatever complex or whatever they can make sure there won't be any flooding. All the plumbing is done and it's laid out correctly. So holler at my guy, Mark Long, over at SRB. Oak Grove Trucking and Jose Fierro. If you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, he is the dude for that. Or if you know someone who does that, hey, holler at my guy at Oak Grove Trucking, Jose Fierro. Greg and Max Napier, appreciate them for all their support. As always, supporting me in everything that we do. And then YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. Proud sponsor for us to support women, minority, and black-owned businesses. in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into any of their locations, the main bank at 401 in downtown Yukon, YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway, however you look at it. YNB Mustang, which is off Mustang Road there in Mustang, America. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, can't miss it. And then, of course, YNB Peoples, located on 23rd in Bethany between Rockwell and McCarthy. You cannot miss it. And, of course, our latest sponsor, Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, located 4609 Southeast 29th, Dale City, America, 405-670-2424. They open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5, Fridays, 9 to 1, closed Saturdays and Sundays. Can't miss them. Proudly serving the Middale area since 1982. That's what they've been doing since 1982. But anyway, I can say this. The Thunder have a huge game tomorrow night. Huge. And we talked about it earlier. They have a huge game tomorrow night against the Clippers. The Clippers are 30. We're actually 37-17, and they're 36-17. Sorry about that mess up. It's just the exact opposite of that. And right now the Thunder are minus 2 points favorite. Over-under still 239.5. And I believe the Thunder will be able to handle their business. With Gordon Hayward, I just don't know how that's going to affect our overall chemistry, bringing him in, because really they haven't practiced that long together. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play together, but I think it'll be okay because SGA and those guys are all. The thing I love about our team is our team are very unselfish. They pass the ball sometimes too much. And, but the thing is, you got to put it in SGA's hands and let him do it. And that's part of what the issue I've had with the Thunder is, by doing what you're doing with J-Dub between him, you're causing friction in the locker room. You really are. And I've seen this before. Like I said, it's never a good thing when that happens. It's just not. But I like how the Thunder play as a team, as a group. They're very well disciplined, and I believe that we do have an excellent chance of finishing off and doing what we need to do with that group. And I'm just excited, like I said, about what's going to happen this year. But once again, it's a huge, huge game on what's coming up. And then here's the big issue of what I think is going on. We have over our next 6 games, we have 6 games left. So this is the last game of a 5-game homestand. And here's the key. We're 2-2 thus far. And the worst we've done is 6-4. In a 10 since we've been doing this. What we do is we break it down: the first 10 games, second 10 games, third 10 games, fourth 10 games. So that's kind of how we've done it. And this 5th 10 game. So this is kind of how we've done it to break down, keep the track of what the Thunder are doing. So right now we're 2-2, huge game tonight. Then tomorrow night, and then on Friday night we have the Wizards again at home. Then we go to the Rockets on Sunday, have the Rockets again here on Tuesday, then at the Spurs on Thursday, and then the Suns. I believe that's on us. I think that's Sunday, I believe. It's March 3rd. When is March 3rd? Is it Sunday? March 3rd is, hold on a second. I'll tell you in just a minute. Yes, March 3rd is a Sunday. So anyway, tomorrow night, I think we've got to, this is a huge game for us. Huge game. This is a huge these next 5 games are a huge stretch for us because of the simple fact that we have to win. We have to go a minimum 6-4. So I believe the Clippers, we've got to win. That's going to be a tough one. The Wizards scares me because, if we lose, we'll beat the Clippers. If we win, we beat the Clippers, I think it'll be a scary game for us against the Wizards tomorrow because you can overlook them. Looking forward to the Rockets, who spanked us the last time we played them. So this is to me. These next 4 games are really, really scary to me. But I think we need to go 3-1, no worse than 2-2. Absolute worst, 2-2. But I think we need to go 3-1. And I think, like I said, for us to be able to beat the Rockets twice and beat the Clippers and then lose to the Wizards, or go 4-0 would be the best scenario. But I just don't know if I see that because of the coach and the way that he plays. His rotations. I just don't see that happening. I really, truly don't see that happening. But it is possible. Then, of course, we should beat the Spurs in San Antonio, and then the Suns are one of the teams that scare me because they have been playing so well, and we don't really match up, with them. And this is why. We're sitting at 37-17. The Clippers are 36-17. We've won 2 in a row. They've won 1. The T-Wolves have won 4 in a row, and they're just spanking everybody. They beat up Boston. They beat up Denver. They beat the Clippers like stepchildren because the Clippers don't really match up with them because they're so long and athletic, like I said earlier. Then, of course, the Nuggets, losers of their last 3. I think they'll bounce back out of that. Then you have the Suns, which, like I said, they just scare me. Winners of the last one, but they're now 33-22. They started out 10th, and now they're moved all the way up to 5th, and they're slowly climbing the ladder. But as if the NBA thing was to stop right now, the T-Wolves would have the Lakers, would have the Kings. We would have the Mavs, the Clippers would have the Pelicans, and then the Nuggets and the Suns would go at it. And I think that would just be magnificent because the Pelicans beat the Clippers the other night. So I just think that would be a fantastic game watching those teams go at it because there's no one has an answer for Zion because he's so big and so athletic and so strong. So nobody, but the question is he going to stay healthy and is he going to be able to do what he needs to do to be a great player in the league, or is he just going to be satisfied with being in the league making a bunch of money? That's ultimately what it comes down to. But when you look at it, the Thunder have the 7th easiest schedule. 7th easiest schedule coming up of all these teams because we didn't play that well last year. So, we got an easier schedule coming down the stretch. We went through our tough patch. January was our tough month that we had. What did we have, 17 games in 30 days or something like that, and went, where did we go, 11-6 or 10-7 or something. I think we went 11-6 or whatever. 17 games. Huge month for us. Came out on top. And then now we can pretty much coast in if we continue to play the way that we are playing. Now with 28 games left, the question is, what did the Thunder do? What did they finish in the last 28 games? And if they go 20-9, which they possibly can, that's 57 games, which, of course, I had picked them originally at 56. And then after watching preseason, I dropped down to 54. I just don't have the confidence. But we'll see what they do if they can get that done. But anyway, the Thunder, we'll see. If they go 20, that'll be 57. That should be enough. If we win 57 games, that should be enough to get us minimum first or second place. And I think in order for SGA to win the MVP, we have to finish ahead of the Nuggets, and then he has to be doing what he's done. Because the thing with SGA is he's getting ready to do something that only one other person's done. Okay? And that's average 30, shoot 50% from the field, and average over 2 steals. Michael Jordan is the only one who's done that. Now, Steph Curry did it once, and SGA's done it once. But now the question is, can he do it more than one time? Jordan, I believe, did it 5 times. So I believe if he does that, we still finish first or second in the West. I believe SGA will be the MVP, which, of course, will force the Thunder into doing something they didn't want to do. And we have the same latitude to be able to get rid of SGA. Because I just believe that's what they're doing. They're going to get rid of SGA. They want to get rid of him. They want to think J-Dub is going to be the man, and they're going to end up just like they were when they made that same decision with Russell Westbrook. Same thing, picking him over Kevin Durant. I still to this day just frustrates the hell out of me. But here's the Thunder's road. What are we going to be able to do? And like I said, go to YouTube, and if you want to give me your opinion on what you think the Thunder are going to do, that's fantastic. Please, by all means, do that. Go ahead and send me give me a comment there on the YouTube page and let me know what you think about that because I can see what you guys write. If you guys write me a question or you have a comment about what I've been saying, please do. I have no problems in addressing whatever your comment or whatever your thought process is because I do believe I love my team. I want the best for our city, and especially with a new arena coming up. We got spoiled with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Ibaka. And I think we have the same thing now with SGA, J-Dub, and Chet. We have the same big 3. Now, remember, the Thunder are the only team to have 3 guys score 30 points in a game. That's only happened twice in the NBA in history. The Thunder did it with Harden, Westbrook, and KD. And then we did it with Josh, SGA, and J-Dub. So the Thunder can do it again, have those guys do that. But once again, you have to put the ball in SGA's hands. and not give this thing. Well, we're gonna get rid of SGA in a couple years, so we're gonna give J-Dub while SGA's here. We're gonna that way if he misses, SGA can make up for his mess. But we're gonna give him a chance to try to win now. If he messes up and it's okay if we throw away this year, we throw it. That's how they look at it. And they can say what they want to. That's exactly what your coach is playing. Because let's face it, none of the Oklahoma media asked that coach that question. The ESPN crew asked him, how did SGA feel about you running 2 plays for somebody else other than him? Oh, SGA doesn't care. Hell yeah, he cares. He's all NBA. He's one of the top 5 players in the league. Hell yes, he cares. He's the MVP candidate. Hell yes, he cares. He expects the ball to be in his hands and let him make decisions on what happens with our team. How many games has he won for us? Literally, how many games has he won for us? I mean, you can go over and over. He's the closer. And at the end of the Kings game, the players, as soon as the rebounds were out, they gave it straight to SGA. They didn't give it to J-Dub. J-Dub ran down the court. Because the players understand, unlike the coach, they're like, no, look, we're trying to win. We ain't trying to go down, just kick the ball down the road and go, it's okay, a couple of years we'll be. No, we're ready to win right now. And you've conditioned the Thunder to win right now. How many close games have we had at the end of last year and this year? We know how to close a game. We know what we need to do defensively. We know what we need to do offensively. We know how to do it because we played in so many close games over the last 2 years. The Thunder know how to win. But to me, our coach put the ball in our best player's hands. Our best player is not Jalen Williams, J-Dub. The best player is SGA, period. And everybody in the league knows it except the Oklahoma City Thunder. Everybody else knows it. But the Thunder are the only people who don't know who the hell their best player is. And that's why I'm glad, like I've said before, that's why the more time you're on NBA, the more time you're on TV, the more times you're going to get exposed on what you're playing is, Thunder. You're going to get exposed. Because the national media is not, right now, well, Dagnon is going to be the coach. We're not even on TV. We're barely on TV. They don't know. But I promise you, if you see them enough, you're going to know what's happening. You're not going to be able to sidestep it. You're not going to. And I can't wait for us to be on TV. So all this crap you're doing, it's going to get exposed. It's going to get exposed. Because the real media is going to ask the right questions. They're going to ask the hard questions. And that's what's going to happen. Now, get off my rant right there. Now, NFL news. Chiefs linebacker Nick Bolton was fined $8,000 for the horse collar tackle on Niners quarterback Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl. I don't know if you remember that. I still, to this day, I'm not sure if that was truly a horse collar. I mean, he grabbed him kind of, and he went back a little bit, but I'm like, was that really that? But, I mean, I guess it was. Maybe not. I'm not real sure, but it was close. Joined by my guy Drew Hinthorn of Husker Drew Picks. What's up, homie?
What's happening?
How
we doing today?
Good, man. Getting ready, enjoying this beautiful weather out here, dude.
Yeah, I just left the friendly combine, Lincoln, Nebraska. Heading south.
Oh, you heading back already, huh? I know you were there yesterday. How was it?
Oh, dude, caught Creighton beating UConn last night. How nice was that?
Yeah, I know, right?
What a game.
I know, man. Gotta love it.
That was a good time. There was a hell of an atmosphere in there.
Hey, dude.
A good squad.
Yep. Hey, dude, how about the NBA, NFL fining Nick Bolton? What was that, bro?
I didn't see it. What happened?
He got fined $8,000 for that horse collar on Brock Purdy.
Wow.
That was barely a horse collar. You know what I mean? You had the side of it. I mean,
It wasn't even called a horse collar?
Yeah, they called it. Yeah, they called it. Yeah, they called it. It was on the sidelines.
That's a money grab.
Yep, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all goes to a charity, so you get to write it off anyway. So it's okay. And then the Chiefs are unlikely to tag defensive tackle Chris Jones because if they tag him, it's for $32 million instead of $19 million because they tagged him last year, and it went up 120%. So they're not going to tag him again this year.
Make him a free agent?
I think they what they do is they're going to do what the Cowboys are going to do. They're going to give him a bigger bonus.
Yeah.
And then that's going to cut down his salary. But my problem, the Chiefs' problem is that they know that they're going to re-sign. They re-signed Mahomes so they could take away some of his money, so they can give him a bunch of his money up front. You know what I mean? To restructure his contract. That's why they gave him the money. But my thing with them is that with Chris Jones, you got to pay him a bunch. But Chris Jones, you got to take a little bit less too. But he's not gonna.
No, he won't.
And my deal is this.
This is going to be his last bag, really, probably.
Yeah, this is his last
what is
bag.
he, 8th, 9th year?
And let's face it, somebody's willing to give the man
Oh, yeah.
$100 million.
Somebody will.
Somebody's gonna give him $100 million. But the thing is this:
Yeah.
if you leave, and this is what I said before, when you're in a specific city, and like Tony Gonzalez is feeling that pressure now because he left. He tried to come back to the Chiefs. Now the people are like, "Yeah, no, bro, you left. You no longer. Yeah, you did something, but you left. So don't try to come back. Go back to Atlanta. That's where you moved to. Go to Atlanta. Don't come here."
Yeah, that was a bad move for him.
Right, and you look at Chris Jones. If it's 20 million, 10 or 20 million, you got to let that go. Because of the simple fact, you're going to be 33 years old, out of football, living in Kansas City, and a hero for staying. How much of that money are you going to freaking make back on deals they're going to set up for you?
Yeah.
You're going to make 20 million. Okay.
And right now, it's got to strike while the iron's hot. But I mean, back Super Bowl champs. I mean, he could get all kinds of endorsements.
Yeah, but he'll be the 3-time Super Bowl champion if they win again.
Yeah.
And so he'll be set. That 20 million. You're 32 years old, bro. You know how young you trying to get all that money, dude. Because he's 29 now, and let's say a 3-year deal, that 32, he ain't gonna be worth 32 million at that point. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And so
Probably not.
you're gonna be paying him a lot. So to me, it's like, look, go ahead, save that money, because in 5 years and in 30 years, you're gonna make up at 50 something. You're gonna make 20 million. All that money you're gonna give up now, you will get back. And the people will appreciate the fact that you gave up that money to stay with the Chiefs to help them win. They will reward you for it.
Yeah, and then you can just be a god in Kansas City, just do whatever you want.
Do whatever the hell you want.
There won't be a shortage of opportunities for him after he retires.
No, and Drew, he's 33. You got all your damn life.
I don't know how smart he is, but shoot, that kind of money you don't have to be smart.
No, but you know what I'm saying? You got to be a little bit. But anyway, they need to sign him.
Or hire somebody that's really smart.
Yeah, and then they got they got to do L'Jarius Sneed, and I don't think L'Jarius Sneed's gonna stay because he's already talking about I want all this money and all this, but he came from Louisiana Tech.
He's probably top 3 cornerback in the league.
Oh, there's no doubt, Drew, but he wants top of them. They can't pay Chris Jones and him and give the Chiefs a wide receiver. They need a wide receiver.
Yeah, I agree.
So to me, L'Jarius Sneed, you got to go because you want too much money. Okay, bye-bye. See you later. Or they can franchise tag him.
They need
a
wide
wide receiver bad.
One.
They need one bad. They got to have one.
Because Kelsey's pretty much their one.
Yep. And Rashid Rice is there too. So you need somebody else who can take the top off. But like I believe last year, had Chris Jones signed, they were going to sign your boy DeAndre Hopkins. That's what I believe the Chiefs had in mind. Chris Jones, here's your money. We're going to sign DeAndre Hopkins, and we'll be good because you got Rashid Rice coming up. You got somebody to take the load off of Travis. You'll be fine. So, okay, I'm going to ask you this. Here are the top tag candidates. Saquon Barkley of the Giants. Do you tag him again, Drew?
I wouldn't.
Is he worth $11 million?
Oh, man. That's tough. That's a 50-50 right there. I mean, I could see them doing it because they don't have a quarterback. So you got to figure they're going to draft Jason Daniels, the LSU quarterback, right?
They're either going to get him or Drake May.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to have a running back around him.
Well, I believe Jalen Daniels is going to the Redskins. I mean the Commanders.
So
you got me calling the Redskins.
Giants got the six pick. Yeah, they are the Redskins.
Yeah.
Well, they're just picking up all of Dallas with retreads.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. But if I was them, Jalen Daniels, the Raiders think about moving up, but I'm like, the Raiders, if you gave up Jamal to move up, what the hell? I mean, Adams, why would you do that? Then why are you getting a quarterback?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the the Commanders are sitting in the perfect spot. You got draft picks, you've got tons of salary cap.
Their defense is all right.
And you loaded on the salary cap. Drew, they've got so much space on their salary cap, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you can go out and you can get some people, but we shall see. I mean, if I'm Saquon, you don't want to hire me. I'll go to the Commanders, go with the rookie quarterback, and then spank y'all every time I see the Giants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know if the Giants can let it go.
Yeah, but I think they're going to. T. Higgins with the Bengals. Do you franchise tag him?
I probably would.
Yeah, because you're going to
He's
find
good. He had a really good year too.
yeah, and he's going to want the top of the end market. They can't afford to pay him because remember next year they got to pay Jamar
Yeah.
Chase, and there's no way they can pay Chase and him. So this
With
is
Burrow's contract up.
Burrow just signed. Remember
Okay. Yeah.
his new contract starts I think next year. Is when his remember they drafted him the year before. I think they drafted him the year before they got Chase, so they drafted them at the same time. But they just signed Burrow last year
Yeah.
to his new contract. I think this is his last year of his contract is this year. So we'll see how that works. But I think the Bengals, they want to go one more run at it to try to beat everybody. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just, when they talk about how they beat the Chiefs, I mean, they beat them in the AFC Championship. Patrick Mahomes had the worst deal he had ever had. And Chris Jones missed a tackle, missed a sack that would have ended the game.
And they missed that field goal at the end of the first half, too.
Yep, and missed that. So I'm just so. I mean, and then the game up there, they had just scored, they had the lead, and then Travis Kelce fumbled. You don't fumble that, they score another, and the game's over. So I'm like, all this rivalry stuff, it ain't that. It's close, but I don't. Now, but he's a beast. I agree with you. They got to keep him. Josh Jacobs, running back for the Raiders.
They'll let him go. They're not going to franchise him, I don't think.
They just got to hope for a quarterback, don't you think, Drew?
Yeah, they have to. Well, I mean, is Carr going to – is he done?
Is who?
Their quarterback, Carr. He done?
Well, Carr is in New New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Their quarterback. Yeah, their quarterback, remember, just got going to get his contract, his $10 million voided this year because he got busted for PEDs. He was taking medication that he didn't check with the NFL to see if it was okay to take. I mean, that's just
some rough spots. They need a lot. The Raiders need a lot.
Yep, but Garafolo, I think they're going to save that $11 million and cut him. That's what I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
But, Drew, I mean, to me, why would you take medication without checking to see if it was okay? I don't care if it's over the counter. Still check. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, it was a private doctor, not a team doctor.
Yep, and he got, and I believe somebody set him up, too, on that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's taking this, and, but my thing is this, dude, if I'm making that much money.
A big seminar at the first year and tell everybody what band substances are.
Yep. But, Drew, if I'm making that much money and I know I can lose it, any medication I take, I'm going to check and make sure, hey, can I take this? I mean, that's a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
That's a text message. That's a picture of the ingredients of the drug that you're taking, and you send a message. And it was like, because he was sick or something. It wasn't like he was trying to enhance his body. It was something stupid. Over the counter or something. I mean, it's just, dude, I don't understand these guys, man. I really don't, Drew. I don't understand them. I don't get it. So, what do you think about the Thunder tomorrow night? Your boy Gordon Hayward's playing?
I like it. I like the spot. They're coming off the All-Star break, get back home. It's a good time to catch the Clippers for sure.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll be a little rusty.
Well, the Thunder also have the 7th easiest schedule to the last 28 games.
7th easiest?
7th easiest schedule, yes.
That helps.
Yeah. Well, that's because they sucked last year.
I was looking at the Lakers' schedule that last 2 weeks of the season. That's a bear.
That's rug. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The Thunder, their last 20, they got 28 games. They can easily win 20 games of their 28, depending on what the coach does.
Go 20-8.
If they win 28, they'll be at 57 wins.
Yeah.
They'll be 57 and 25, I believe.
Is what was their over-under there?
The over-under was 40.
Was 40?
Yeah, 40 or 44. Let me see. I'll tell you just a second.
Wow. I think I said 47 or 48.
Yeah, everybody had over. We all had over. Yeah, nobody had.
That was free money.
Yeah, everybody took the over-under. They were like, the Thunder over-under projected wins was 44.
44.
Yep. 44 wins. Yep, so that's, Drew, I just laughed. I said, man, that was easy money, right? The Thunder going to win over 40 games. They won 44. They won 40 last year. They're going to win 44. They got Chet back. They were going to win 44. But I had predicted 57, but after I watched them in preseason, I dropped it down to 52. And I think
Yeah,
they're
that's
going to
about right.
exceed that. They're going to exceed that. They're only 15 games. They're only 15 wins away. They're not going to go 15-13 in their last 28 games.
No. Unless they get hurt. Unless you got an injury.
Unless you got injuries or something. Knock on wood, that does not happen. But yeah, I don't really see that too much in that. But I was talking to somebody the other day. I was at the gym. We were talking about the Clippers. I go, man, the Clippers don't scare me because Clippers are going to do Clipper things.
Yeah.
James Harden.
I was talking about that last night, Joe. I was like, yeah, they're really good. Till about May.
Yeah, I mean, I said James Harden disappears in the playoffs, and so does Paul George. Kawhi is the only one who doesn't. Russell Westbrook,
Yeah.
you can't keep him on the floor in the last 2 minutes because he doesn't play the last 2 minutes because they understand that. They know. You put him on the floor the last 2 minutes, you're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to make a critical
He'll
mistake.
make bad decisions. Yeah.
Yep, he's going to do it. That's just who he is, which is sad, but it's facts.
Mm-hmm.
It really is a fact. So, and I mean, I feel sorry for the guy, but actually I don't. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for him. I really don't. So, who do you like coming out of the West?
Oh man, I mean, probably Denver.
I'm gonna give you the standings so you can have a good feel.
Denver just is kind of Cadillac, man. You know, they kind of have that attitude that they can win on the road. You know what I mean? Like they're not really concerned about the one seed. I don't think.
Well, they've lost.
They're not playing with that sense of urgency.
They've lost their last 3, Drew.
Yeah.
They're 4th. You got the T-Wolves 39-16, the Thunder 37-17, the Clippers 36-17, the Nuggets 36-19, the Suns, which we play them, a week from Sunday.
Yeah.
That scares me in Phoenix, and they are sitting at 33-22.
And they're making a run.
They're making a run. That's the one team. The teams that scare me more than any teams.
What did Phoenix do at the break? Who'd they get at the
Nobody.
trade deadline? Nobody.
I mean, the whole thing is Bradley Beal, him, and Booker are starting to play together. I think they've only played 15 games or 16 games together.
We said once he got back, they were going to be trouble.
Yep. Because now you got all 3 of them. 2 of them can go off for 60 points or 65 between them. They can go off for 100 between the 3 of them by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, they're definitely probably the best trio in the league.
Oh, no doubt. There's no question about that. But they don't have a bench. And then you got the Mavericks, winners of the last 6. They're 32-23, 7 games back. The Kings, their fault. They had their 1 year. I don't know if they've come back. I think they're the team you thought they were last year, this year. That's kind of what I think about that. And then the Warriors, dude, they may have found something, Drew.
Hanging around, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
another team you don't want to play in the first round.
Nope. I mean, the whole thing is the Lakers you don't want to play in the first round. The Warriors you don't want to play in the first round. I don't think you want to play either one of those guys in the first round. The second round, the third round,
You'd much rather draw the Pelicans or
well, the way it stands right now is that the Thunder would play the Mavs.
Yeah.
The Clippers would have the Pelicans, and I believe the Pelicans would beat the Clippers in the first round in 7 games.
They could. Don't lose that first one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you'd be in a lot of trouble there. So, because right now you'd have the T-Wolves against the Kings, the Thunder against the Mavs, the Clippers against the Pelicans, and the Nuggets and the Suns.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of a first round. Oh, 4-5, yeah.
And I still think the Lakers are going to push this to get to that 60.
Yeah, I believe too. Yeah, they right now
they're like 3 games out of 6.
They're 3 games out of 6, 3.5.
Yeah, that can be done.
Yeah, but the question is, how much energy is that going to expel from them being able to catch all the way up? That's the question, Drew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the $1 million question when it comes to that. Now, speaking of $1 million question, dude, the Big 12.
I'm looking forward to it, man. That's going to be a fun tournament.
I mean, when you look at it right now, Drew, you got 6 teams in the top 25, and they're all sitting there right there together. Houston is number 1.
That Iowa State-Houston game the other night was a good game.
Yeah, it was.
Basketball game.
Yeah, and they came all the way back.
That'll That could be a Big 12 championship final right there.
Yep.
Depending on their draw.
Well, Drew, this is so funny. This is how this Big 12 is shaped up right now. The number one team is Houston. They're the highest ranked team. The second highest ranked team is Iowa State. They're sitting in second. The third highest ranked team is Kansas. They're in third. Baylor is the fourth highest ranked team. They're in fourth. The fifth highest ranked team is Texas Tech. They're in fifth, and BYU is sixth. That's the sixth highest ranked team.
Yeah.
So they're 1 through 6, exact order. OU is not
I
worried
was
about.
listening to the Texas guys talking. They were talking about Texas trying to stay out of that board, the Wednesday game.
Yeah. OU is ninth, Drew.
Yeah.
OU is ninth, and Texas is eighth.
Yeah, I was looking at a bracket, a simulated bracket yesterday. It had OU and OSU playing on Wednesday if OSU could win that first round.
Yeah, well, OSU played. They play this weekend. Unfortunately, I won't be there to watch the game. I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah, it's Saturday in Stillwater.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the road Saturday, and then because I'm taking Little G to the Thunder Rockets game on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That'll be a good time.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. But the OSU, man, I tell you what, we play Cincinnati tonight. What is your thought process?
I saw that. I think 11 points is too many. Cincinnati's not 11 points better than anybody.
No, at home.
That seems like a lot. I mean, I get that OSU's not very good, but that's an 11 points. They should be able to keep that game close.
You would think, huh? You would think.
I mean, I think they can.
I agree too. And then yesterday.
And they had that last game. They played pretty well. Against
BYU.
Might have been their best game of the year.
Yeah, BYU at home. OU. It was OSU alumni weekend. Dude, that sucked, man. It was bad. Anyway,
we talked about that.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Yeah, UCF and West Virginia, great game. All the home teams won. West Virginia won, Texas Tech won, and BYU won. That TCU Texas Tech was a great game too, as well.
Yeah.
Last night. So, I think
that's another team you forget about. TCU.
Yep.
They can play too.
Yeah, they
can.
can.
Top to bottom, there's going to be that tournament's going to be fun. Even the playing games will be fun.
Yep, it's gonna be. But you know what? The Big 12 tournament is always good. You know what I'm saying? Is it not?
Because you have what? You'd have Texas, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, and who's the other four that's in the bottom?
Okay, hold on. West Virginia, OSU, UCF.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas. Let me see.
Yeah, I think it had OSU playing UCF, and if they won that, they would play OU on Wednesday.
Okay, it would be Oklahoma State, West Virginia, UCF, and Kansas State are your bottom four.
Yeah.
That's your bottom four.
K-State in the bottom. That's a tough draw.
Yep.
Up there.
They are.
They don't have a good crowd.
15 and 11 is what they are right now, Drew.
Yeah. Well, what's OSU's overall? What are they?
17 and 14.
OSU 17 and 14?
Yep. Wait, 12 and 14. Sorry, 12 and 14.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like, okay, yeah, but
12 and
OSU
14.
and West Virginia are the only teams with losing records in the league, right?
Yep. West Virginia is 8 and 17.
Yeah, they're bad.
Kansas State is 15 and 11.
How did West Virginia beat Kansas?
I have no idea.
That's some basketball.
But that's KU. That's how they are this year. I don't.
Yeah.
I think Bill is just coasting through and saying, "Let's get through this crap." Because what are they going right now? Second seed, third seed.
Yeah, there'll be a 2, and there'll be a 2 in Omaha.
Right. I think.
Have a free pass into the Sweet 16.
And you called that. Remember, you said they're gonna go. But hey, I'm gonna tell you, who did you say that had the easy path? Was it UConn? They don't have to get on a plane.
Yeah, UConn. They didn't have to get on a plane. They take a bus.
That's crazy.
They started in Boston and then to Madison Square Garden.
That's just crazy. That's crazy, Drew. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's insane.
I tell you what, they got their ass handed to them last night. Creighton beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
There was a lot of trash talking going on in that game.
I tell you what, little Stevie at Trey Alexander's not playing too bad, man.
Boy, he got 23 points last night.
Yeah, he's not playing bad in his junior year. I think he probably needs to.
They're really worried that he's going to leave.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Why he leave?
Well, he's just leaving because I think one, his dream, his parents' dream is for him to be in the league, and so I think that's part of it.
Well, I tell you what, he could gather some pretty good NIL money there if he stays.
Yeah.
He's got a nice little pull-up game.
Yeah, but his deal is now he's finally starting to play. But when I was asked about him years ago, the first thing they said to me was, "Is he a typical?" And I said, "No, he's not a typical Alexander, because none of them, they're all athletic and none of them could shoot." I said he can shoot,
Right.
and I said that was the difference between
shoot.
him and the rest. He can shoot. I said the rest of them couldn't shoot, but he could shoot, and I said that's the difference. But they're all athletic. They're all 6'5", 6'6". They play defense. They're dogs.
I think another year of really playing.
I think he needs one more year too, but I don't know if he. I think the whole thing is, my deal is this: if you're not going in the first round, don't do it.
Right. Yeah.
If you're not going to the first round,
If you're going to go in the second round either way, you might as well stay.
And make NIL money. That's correct. Because just because you're on the second deal, if you get maybe 1 year guarantee if you're drafted high enough in the first round, in the second round.
Yeah.
But if not, dude, you don't do it because you'll be out. You'll be out.
Agree.
You'll be out. So,
especially with the kind of money they can make now. That's why Baycott came back at Carolina.
Yeah, but
he's like, why would I go sit the bench in the NBA somewhere when I could be making $2 million a year in college?
Yeah, but Drew, I don't know how much money that they're going to pay at Creighton.
All right.
You're gonna make way more money at North Carolina than you are at Duke and NIL. I mean at Creighton. What do you think? What do you think about the Thunder drafting the big kid from Duke as a center next year? What do you think about him?
Oh man, please don't.
I understand he's a Dookie.
The white guy.
Yeah, the big white guy. I understand he's a Dookie, but he can block shots and play defense. You got to have somebody. You got to have somebody who can rebound. He can do all that.
Yeah, he can.
And he fits the Thunder. He fits the Thunder profile.
He's gonna go high too. He's good.
Yep, and he fits the Thunder profile, Drew. He does.
Yep.
Good kid from a good school. They love Dookies.
They do.
It fits their program. He's not going to get in trouble. He's going to work his butt off. What is he, 7 foot, 6'11", whatever he is. He rebounds. He works hard.
He can shoot that little jump shot. Free throw line jumper too.
Yep. So he'll fit I think he fits the Thunder narrative or the Thunder style of player that they're looking for.
And he'll be available too at their draft spot. What's their draft spot this year?
Depends. Right now, it depends on if we can get him. It depends on what the Rockets do and what Utah does, whereas our draft spots are.
Yeah.
But you know what, Drew? The whole thing, too, on top of that, is this what I looked at it, is that Chet needs to play 4. He does. He's not a 5.
Yeah, he's not a center. He's
not. He's just not. He's playing out of position.
He's just not the center as Porzingis.
Yep. He's a 4. He just is. He is just a 4. And which is not a bad thing. We make it sound terrible, but he's not a center. He's just not. He doesn't have the weight on him.
I don't know. When they drafted him, they thought he was going to be a 5. I don't think they ever did.
No, they didn't. But, with him, I love when they play him and Jay Will together. They just don't do it enough. They just don't. But, they have their attitude. They also think that J-Dub is better than SGA. So, there you go. Who knows what they're doing? So, frustrates the hell out of me. All right, brother, be safe driving. I got to get out of here. I got to go beat up some little kids, man.
All right, man.
Have fun. Be safe. Have fun. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good.
My boy Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com, driving back from Lincoln, Nebraska, Mr. Husky himself. That being said, hey, want to thank the people here at Rococo. Dinner, lunch was fantastic. Service was great. Beautiful out here on the patio. Fantastic. Everybody have a fantastic